What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my first ever behind-the-scenes editing tutorial on the thrift store rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. That's right, in real time I'm going to edit the 2-in-1 video, my redo on the Us Weekly Bachelor Collector's Edition, along with my Royal Caribbean Holiday and Entertaining Cookbook by Master Chef Rudy Solomon. Dinner and a show. Why dinner and a show? It's because many of you are struggling with viewing party ideas for the Bachelorette, and pretty soon, Bachelor in Paradise, well, I'm here to help. This is my real-time editing tutorial for the Thrift Store Rundown's 2-in-1 Bachelorette style video. I've already gotten started assembling my clips together, plus my best friend David Romero makes a special guest appearance. If you want to know why, just watch the video. Anyway, this is in real time, and since it is the Bachelorette, we're going to use some authentic Bachelor-style music. The piece is called Uplifting Transition. I got this off of Telepictures Music. That's right, they have a public production music website. Almost all of these score cues composed for the franchise is on Telepictures Music, and it can be publicly accessed. And it's not the only piece of Bachelor music I have from Telepictures. If you want to know how I got it, well, it's a secret. And two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Polito Elias, man. But I am going to do this in real time, trimming as we go, any mistakes. So, here we go. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. See that? That is uneven audio leveling. So let me lower the music down so you can hear my dialogue. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. I assume that right now all of you is this very second are watching the last of the Men Tell All on the Bachelorette, setting sail on the majesty and the grandeur of candor between the gentlemen kicked off of Rachel's season of the Bachelorette, coming back to confront each other and Rachel. There's something so majestic about that. Almost as majestic as going on a Royal Caribbean cruise. FYC, this is not FYI. And there's the first mistake. FYC stands for For Your Consideration. By the way, the Emmy nominations were recently announced. I had to defy media. They're so-called honest trailers on its second consecutive Emmy nomination. However, FYC is not really appropriate for The Bachelor. They're never going to earn any Emmys in their lifetime. But they have won a couple Viewers' Choice Awards. So I'm going to take that out. FYC Caribbean Cruise. So I'm going to split. Cut that into sections. FYC, this is not. FYI, this is not. You basically get the drill. I'm going to split this section now and then cut it out. Not. So, right click here, remove, and that piece is cut. FYI, this is not a Royal Caribbean sponsored video, but I have their cookbook. All in the name of good fun. I assume that many of you have struggled with ideas on how to put together a good viewing party for the Bachelorette, and I came to help. Dinner and a show. The Royal Caribbean Holiday and Entertainment Cookbook from Master Chef Rudy Solomon, and a redo of the Us Weekly Collector's Edition celebrating The Bachelor, our favorite stars. You see on the cover, there's Emily, there's Andrew, there's Bob, there's Trista, and there's Emily. If you just saw down below, there's my little information section, the description I use in all my Thrift Store Rundown videos during the Bringing Hollywood Home on a Budget era. Here it is. There's also links to my social media accounts, and my introduction music, my opening and closing title cue, which is Code Funk by Kevin MacLeod, royalty-free, and Compotech.com. Scenes Too Hot for TV, Best Weddings, Sexy Bodies, Off-Camera Hookups, Jealous Views, and New Baby Photos. That is $9.99 right there, and I picked it up for 49 cents. That's right, it was a 50% off haul because originally it was 99 cents when I got it from the thrift store. The Holiday and Entertainment Cookbook was bought for $3.99. Retail price will be $25. So here is The Bachelor Collector's Edition from Us Weekly. We begin with an in-depth conversation and a behind-the-scenes look at the photo shoot between the 5 stars of The Bachelor Bachelorette. Bob, Allie, Emily, Trista, and Andrew. A profile, you probably get the idea there. And again, this was a redo of one of the earlier videos I posted on this channel, in which I paired this up with the People Magazine Collector's Edition celebrating The Bachelor and its 20 seasons. That was during Ben Higgins' time as The Bachelor. He was getting ready to start his season. So if you want to watch it in its entirety, then click on the link in the description. It'll be there for you to check it out. So that is pretty much the... Oh, I think I spot a mistake right there. That's pretty much the redo part of the program. I do need to trim something here. So I'm going to my hookup roundup scene. Finally, a hookup roundup. Hookup roundup. Pause, and I'm going to split. I'm going to cut that into a section and then cut it off in the vid. Caught in a web of love or lust. Us charts down. Us down. Us of love or lust. Split that. Us charts down. Us charts who got the... Us charts down. Us charts down. I guess I didn't really need to cut out this particular scene. This scene I did not need to split because here's where the error resided. Sometimes I make flubs in editing too. Us charts who got down with who in Bachelor Nation. And that, my friends, is a prime example of guilty pleasure craftsmanship. Now, as I said, this is dinner and the show, so what's a viewing party any good without dinner? And so now we're going to the Royal Caribbean Holiday and Entertainment Cookbook. Royal Caribbean International Holiday and Entertainment Cookbook. In this book, Rudy Soderman. There's a mistake I made here, so I'm going to trim that. There's hundreds of recipes. Master Chef Rudy Soderman. Split. Play. There's so many recipes. Split. And remove. There's so many recipes for any special occasion. New Year's Eve. If you hear any humming in the background, I apologize. My computer does that every so often. Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, but it's not healthy. Mother's Day, Passover, Easter, 4th of July, Royal Reunion, Decade Pool Party, Rosh Hashanah, Cocktail Party, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Chanukah. Oh, that's funny. Oh, wait until you see the end of this video. It was a little bit that I had with David when we were in school one time. Hanukkah, Chanukah. Kwanzaa and a child's birthday party. Since we are talking about The Bachelorette, you know we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. What's also cool about this is there's some little tips that you can follow before you start the chapter to make your Valentine's. If you're wondering why I sound a little bit different, it's because I have a very particular sound setting. I like actually listening to a majority of my YouTube videos 1 pitch higher than the original pitch. That's just me. I make an exception for The Bachelor though, because I watched it first on television, then I watched it on YouTube. Valentine's Day party, or whatever. It would be weird if I heard Chris Harrison talking 1 pitch higher than he was supposed to. The holiday is celebrating much more fun and much more festive. This Valentine's Day menu consists of a savory sweetheart salad, pictured here. Now this is where a special guest is to come in. Usually I will insert video clips from other YouTube channels, and most of the time I get off scot-free. This one's a little bit tricky. I've inserted a food visits clip in here. Just mandatory. You know what that needs? A tomato rolls. If you want. tomato rolls. It's a little bit tricky to cut into a section. That needs a tomato rolls. I was originally saying that I was going to promote the tomato rolls video link in the description box, but then I had this idea that Food Resist, aka Chef John Mitzowitz, just surpassed 2 million subscribers on his YouTube page. He and Cooking with Jack, plus Cooking with Clara, Great Depression Cooking with Clara, are the only 3 YouTube cooking shows I watch. So I wanted to honor him and piss him off just a little bit by inserting one of his videos into a Bachelor-related video. If he ever watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette, or Bachelor in Paradise, which is 2 weeks from today, it would be hell freezing over. Foodwizards.com. And by the way, I tipped my talk to him. The dude just surpassed 2 million subs on YouTube. Oh, and by the way, that's YouTube. I'm going to split that now, because I won't be needing that clip. I'll just insert the Food Wizards clip, because sometimes you just gotta bend the rules. You see a lot of other videos that I have, but right now I'm going to insert the tomato rolls. And that is going to take a little bit of time to process and get ready for inclusion into my Bachelor video. So in the meantime, I'm just going to play this clip. Oh, and by the way, that's missing some cayenne. Oh, and by the way, that's missing some cayenne. This is a perfect point for me to go to my photos section. I'm going now to pictures. I have thousands upon thousands of screenshots that I use with my software called Jane. And for those who don't know who Jane is, it's a bright yellow sun that sits on the top of the screen. And we usually set at the top of the screen right here. It's a sun, pardon me, that you hover over with your cursor, you click on capture, you click and drag the mouse to your desired aspect size ratio, and then you click on save, and you save to your computer. That's Jane, that's a screenshot capture. Here I'm going for a Chef John VO, a voice segment from one of his recipes. This particular recipe would be apple cider glazed pork chops. Link below. So I'm going to enter TSR VO. No, TSR NO, because I saved it as NO. It's about a 2-second clip, 2.22 seconds. So I'm going to enter the duration of the photo for 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Shut up, Chef. And then edge out this clip just a little bit so everything lines up accordingly. The dialogue needs to be in sync, folks. Shut up, Chef John. So hopefully this will work. Oh, and by the way, that's missing some cayenne.
Do not put cayenne.
Shut up, Chef John. This is my house. I'll put whatever I want into my recipes. Or somebody else's. Anyway, that's it. Dinner in the show. Enjoy the Bachelorette finale. Anyway, that's it. Dinner in the show. I'm going to end that clip and then start working on this. I've already worked on this before I started recording this little real-time tutorial. But anyway, worked on that clip because I refilmed an ending. Even though this ending is a little bit darker, stupid camera shadow, I still think I got my point clearly across. As a matter of fact, this whole video was a second time shoot. Because I messed up the first take, so I had to do it a second take. And I think the second take was my favorite, so I'm using it. I definitely want you guys to click some more. Watching the thrift store rundown where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. I hope you enjoy the Bachelorette Men Tell All, and I hope you enjoy the Bachelorette finale next week. Good night, everybody! If you're wondering why he's singing Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, as I stated in the video, during the holiday season, me and David came up with a little bit of a song together. It was like a little comedy bit called Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, because Hanukkah and Chanukah are two distinct holidays with two similar sounds. There's just more of a solid C in Chanukah with the H in Hanukkah, and then we just went at it from there, like the two funny kids that we are. Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah. I gotta give most of the credit though to David. He put the rhythm in it.
Hanukkah, Chanukah, 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 Hanukkah.
It makes me laugh just thinking about it. And of course, there's the closing credits after my closing card, which says for you to comment, like, share, favorite, follow me on the social media, and subscribe. Code Funk by Kevin MacLeod. I'm using additional music from Teleprincess music. I'll be putting in the Chef John Food Witches unofficial theme called Buddy from Randy Porter, a jazz pianist from the iMovie Light Music Library. And David Romero makes a special guest appearance, and the Food Witches video for the tomato rolls is now ready for processing and ready for inclusion.
Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com. Coming inside, which I do. Sorcery. Vegetable sorcery.
Let's set the start point for that section and move on.
We're going to take a large red cherry tomato, and I'm going to cut into the bottom. Alright, I'm going to find the bottom, and I'm going to cut...
Oopsie. Sometimes when I do this, one of my music bits gets often centered in another video, another part of the video, so I usually fix that. It's very easy to fix.
But if you make your significant other a effect. So anyway, you're awesome. I love you. Alright, or something to that effect.
I'll end it right there. So that's fun. Alright. Usually at this point I will include some sound effects, set my transition sound effect. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use the Doom sound effect, a little stomp from iMovie. I got this sound effect from Cooking with Jack. If you heard that before on Jack Scafani's YouTube page, he usually uses that sound effect.
We're going to take a large red cherry tomato.
I'm going to insert that sound effect here. Back to my little segment. And then I'm going to replace the little Chef John clip right here.
Do not put cayenne.
Then insert the Doom sound effect back into my segment. The Doom sound effect, WMA. Shut up, Chef John. This is my house. I'll put whatever I want into my recipes. Oopsie daisy. I repositioned you guys. Sorry. Let me reposition you guys. Or somebody else's. Anyway, that's it. Dinner in the show. I'm going to now insert Buddy into the video to close out this edition of TSR. And I have a very distinct, very exact point at which I want the music to end. Right here. The final two piano strike chords, I want to end it on that particular closing card. So I'll often play around and tweak with this a little bit. I'll start with even numbers first until I get the desired end point. I do need to do some audio leveling here because I want there to be a healthy balance of music and the dialogue. I definitely want you guys to click some more in the description box.
Hanukkah, Chanukah, 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 Hanukkah, Chanukah.
And I will need to do some more playing around. Then I go to odd numbers, like 27. If the even numbers don't work, then I go to odd numbers.
Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah, Chanukah, Hanukkah.
Then we now go to 28 seconds, because that's still not perfect for me.
Hanukkah, Chanukah, 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 Hanukkah.
You know what? On second thought, 27 seconds is actually pretty good, so I'm just going to leave it at 27 seconds. 27.
Hanukkah, Chanukah, 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 Hanukkah.
Fade out fast, because You know, I still have very exact audio standards. My role as the thrift store rundown producer and editor is not just within the visuals to make them look good. It's also with the music as well, because I have very exact music preferences. So I'm giving Randy Porter, the guy who wrote the piece, his credit. Give credit where credit is due, folks. It's always a good thing to give credit where credit is due. It's healthy, plus it helps you to avoid any lawsuits. Courtesy of the iMovie Music Library. The liked section, if you are a professional iMovie editor. I definitely want you guys to click some more in the description box. There's going to be a ton of fun links to click on. Do it! The ladies are smoke shows here, especially Emily. And gentlemen, you are certainly too dapper for words. And by the way, a tomato rose is a rose that any honey would be proud to accept. 5 interviews are Trista and Ryan. They're the Sutters, and they were the first to marry in the franchise. So here is The Bachelor Collector's Edition. At this point, when I'm done editing the rough draft, I'll go back to the principal video and see if there are any mistakes that I have missed that I need to trim off. Because the last time, I sort of committed a little bit of deja vu in the video. I did not remember one of the couples, so I did not bother looking at the back this time. So that's pretty sad. So this was my second suit. I particularly like the too good to be bad section, whatever that is. What is that section called? It feels good to be bad. Yeah, that's it. The reason why I'm sweating right now. Of course, there's Vienna. She was once Jake Pavel. Vienna. There's a mistake right there. If I saved it right now, I would have overlooked that mistake, and that would have been a blooper inside of the video. Once Jake Pavel. So split, remove that, and that takes care of the problem. Unfortunately, that also, moves away some of my music pieces. So I gotta replace them back. That's pretty easy. You won't have a really major effect on the music placement if you do that. She was once Jake Pavelka's muse, up until that very spectacular and yet tragic breakup that happened on camera when Chris was conducting an interview with both of them. That was the aftermath of... So here's a major mistake I did on camera. That was the aftermath of... That was after one of Allie's episodes on The Bachelorette. There you go. That was after one of Allie's So, that pretty much ends my mistake. We move, and then once again, we're going to replace all of the sound effects and music back in their place. Supernatural, Friends, Gossip Girl, and my jam, Pretty Little Liars! They're not Troy and Ashley, Lucy and Ashley, but hey, it's Pretty Little Liars. And I'm in love with Troy and Belisario. She plays Spencer Hastings. And finally, a hookup roundup. Caught in a web of love or lust. Us charts who got down with who in Bachelor Nation. And that, my friends, is a prime example of guilty pleasure craftsmanship. You don't hear that every day. Now this is the point where I like to have a little bit of fun with my videos.
Once you have that cut off...
So when Chef John says that the tomato roll serves no particular special purpose at all, I think it serves one, and I'm going to type it in right now, and you're going to see it's going to be hilarious.
Rose. And I know what you're thinking. What purpose does this serve? Absolutely none. Zero. No purpose. It just looks kind of pretty.
I know of a purpose, Chef John. I'm going to type it in right now. So I'm going to use my standard Rockwell extra bold. A little too big, so I'm going to put the size font to 16. Revealing doesn't really need to be capitalized. There you go. We position that down to 14, and then drag it down here. We put it to 5 seconds, and since I've already had the music and sound effects placed on it, I'm not going to insert the Doom sound effect here. I would usually do that, but I don't want to reposition the music again, so I'm just going to the text fade in, fade out effect. The effect you see right here.
But if you make your significant...
There you go.
Absolutely none. Zero. No purpose.
Reposition the text right here. It would look better that way.
None. Zero. No purpose. It just looks kind of pretty.
About a little bit more to the right.
No purpose. It just looks kind of pretty.
There you go. If you want to see it in full screen, here you go.
Absolutely none. Zero. No purpose. It just looks kind of pretty. But if you make your significant other a salad and put this on the side, they will be all like, Tomato Rose, you're awesome. I love you. All right, or something to that effect.
Oh, and by the way, that's missing some cayenne.
Do not put cayenne.
Shut up, Chef John. This is my house. I'll put whatever I want into my recipes. See the thrift store rundown where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. I hope you enjoy the Bachelorette Men Tell All, and I hope you enjoy the Bachelorette finale next week. Good night, everybody! That pretty much takes care of all the editing. Once I've done a double check of my principal video, the music, the sound effects, the other videos, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to click on Save Project in the event that we may have a power outage. I always need to save my projects. Then the fun really begins when I try to think of a really clever title for my videos. Because I want the thrift store rundown to not only be informative, I also want them to be entertaining. I was put on this planet to make people entertained. I've been doing so for almost all my life. And so, the fun really begins when I try to think of a very clever title. Usually it'll take me like 90 or 30 seconds, 30 to 90 seconds to come up with a clever title. And this one is a no-brainer. Bachelorette MTA did end so. Actually, Bachelorette Night in America. Hopefully YouTube's character limit will let me save this as is. Because this is a 2-on-1 video, and I think it's kind of appropriate. Like a 2-on-1 date. It's genius all around. And this time around, it's a superior redo to my original 2-on-1 Bachelor Collector's Edition magazine video. And if you want to see that, which again, it's not one of my finest videos on my channel, but links below. So there you go, folks. That is my real-time editing of the thrift store rundown video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. A 10-minute video will usually take about an hour to process. So by the time you see this and this video, you'll have watched the Men Tell All already. So, yes, I am trying to work on my timing for future videos down the line. But, nevertheless, that concludes the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. The original video will be in the link below. Click on it, watch it, share it, leave a comment, tell your friends, make sure you give a thumbs up on the video. If you're going to leave a thumbs down, make sure you put in some type of constructive criticism comment down below because I want to know how I can improve. In the meantime, I want to thank you all so much for watching this tutorial. This was done using the Atomi Systems Active Presenter Screen Recorder, which can record up to 45 minutes for those. Oh, there you go. Yep, we do all the good stuff. Keep the color scheme, but don't show this message again. Thank you very much. Yep, we saw all the good stuff and bad stuff here. Anyway, Atomi Active Presenter can record up to 45 minutes with the free trial. And I am using the free trial, and it works beautifully. I hope it does for this length of a video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. If you'd like to see more of these real-time editing stuff, I'll make sure to do it for you. Just make sure you leave some comments down below. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. And as always, don't forget to stop and smell the roses, Bachelor Nation. I forgot to say it in that video, so here I am saying it now. Enjoy.